Hello, this is Saswat Sahu of Fitness with Saswat Sahu speaking. I'm speaking about the Olympics. Two big pieces of news. One for the next video. India has gotten its very first athletics gold medal in javelin throw and men's javelin throw, which you may or may not know. What else? Yes. Laurel Hubbard. I'm focusing on Laurel Hubbard even though she may not be the focus of all of you, because I made a previous series of how she is. Now I'm calling her he because honestly I don't think he's a real transgender person. I think he's a person that doesn't truly want to become a woman but became a woman just to win. Okay, there's a difference between someone who truly wanted to become a woman and someone who became a woman only to win. And I read the story of Laurel Hubbard and I am gonna bet that it's the second one. 7 out of 10 is the second one. According to me, most chance is that she only became a woman. He only became into the woman's category nonsense just to win, and not really because he really actually wanted to become a woman. All signs seem to point to that. Anyway, the news about Laurel Hubbard is that he cheated on the test and failed in the exam. Yeah, and I wish I could have seen that. I did not see it live. But I saw it on the internet like, what? Man, if I was cheating, I wouldn't want to fail. Like, she was the only one. Like, how the heck do you fail in the most predictable sport in all of the Olympics? Like, every other sport can have some kind of unpredictable factor that messes you up. Like, if you saw the javelin throw and a shot put, you see that the humid conditions and slippery ground screwed up a lot of the throwers. Same with the discus throws. All the throwing events, they're also individual events, but they can be screwed up by the wet ground. Shooting can be screwed up by, well, if you didn't sweep properly. Much more than weightlifting. Archery can be screwed up by the wind, but weightlifting, that's not going to be screwed up by anything. That's all on you. It's the most methodical and the least random sport of the entire Olympic Games. And yes, it's really entertaining to see all the epic successes and equally epic failures of the Olympic athletes, even though a bunch of nonsense happened in this Olympics, which I'm going to cover later. Fortunately, most of the nonsense happened in stuff where India wasn't really in much, so. And I am in India, so they're going to cover Indian stuff, mostly. So then, I looked it up. Laurel Hubbard has failed, and the 3 medalists were asked about her, him, and each of them was like, that minus the wink of the eyes at the end. Just silence. 8 seconds, and the American woman told him not to ask about her. I mean him. Because, as I'm saying, he is not a true trans woman. I have a feeling he's... Yeah, I mean, if I saw in the evidence that there was evidence that he wanted to become a woman, like, since he was like 5 or 6 years old, like a year, that he was completely honest with a hormone transition, amputated testicles, etc., then I'd still be calling him a she, but he's still a he, okay? They spoke nothing of him. Nothing. Well deserved, because whatever they would have said otherwise would have been taken advantage of. If they said this whole negative response, that would have been taken advantage of. If they said a positive response, that also would have been taken advantage. There was no victory in them for saying words. So they did not. Just like in a weightlifter is putting up a weight that's too heavy for them to lift. There is zero benefit of them trying to lift it, other than hurting themselves. So you don't lift it. Same with talking about Laurel Hubbard. As a matter of fact, the only reason I am talking about her is because I'm not in that event. If I was competing, I wouldn't talk about her either. As a matter of fact, it happened 3 days ago, and I haven't talked about her. Because, well, despite me not being directly affected, it's still like... And Laura was the only one to fail in all 3 attempts. I didn't even put an appeal for the second attempt. I even saw the New Zealand shot putter. He put an appeal in for a second attempt, because that was initially a red flag. Because after the shot put flew most of his distance away from its hands, and he was already watching the shot, he accidentally put his toes on the board when he was dancing in celebration. And the shot put hadn't even fallen to the ground. But this one here, oh man. Like, if I was cheating in a weightlifting contest, I'd be cheating to at least succeed in the lifts. Here, Laurel goes. First whip 120. Second whip 125. What kind of stupid force possesses you to try and attempt to lift more weight than what you failed the previous time the same day? Because your strength can fluctuate. Like, you know that. You know that. What the heck? Wow. If you thought you could not hurt the person that you replace, you have just managed to make it even more insulting for whoever you replace. You just managed to make it more insulting for whoever you replace, more insulting than it already was. If a bull identified as a human and took my place in a contest, I'd want the bull to win, not to screw up, right? Oh my god. As a matter of fact, I here think that I've been speaking for 6.5 minutes without saying anything. So, that's it.